SOXL is crashing. What do? You sell more options. That's what you do. The SOXL 3X ETF having a bad day, down 10%. If you remember my last video from last week, I explained how I trade SOXL, basically chart reading, and I said the $30 area was kind of short-term strength, but I didn't like it. What did I do? I said 26 or below, and here we are. We're at 26, and you'll see here. We'll look at a chart. That $30 level right here did not hold. Went down to that 26 level where I was talking, and we closed below actually the actual support of 28. But we're bumping up against this $26 support level, and I'm good with that. The highest strike I have on SOXL is 26. I went out today and I sold some more. I actually sold out to January. So we'll go take a look at the trades that I did real quick. And SOXL, even with it down 10% today, is really the least of my worries. Technically, it's fine. Excuse me. To me, it's holding up like it should at that 26 level. Your next support is going to be down there in that 23, even 21 area, somewhere in there. But I'll show you what I did for SOXL this week, and I'll share with you the closings and all that stuff. I have one other that might get assigned to me, which is TAN. We'll talk about that here in a second. We'll go over that chart as well, because it's a way different outlook or level of comfort than I have with SOXL there. And especially considering the new administration coming in might not be very favorable for solar, the solar ETF. Same goes for like cannabis ETFs, that kind of thing. So let's take a look at what transpired this week. I think I shared with you, I closed that covered call with SOXL last week. This week, everything that expired was today, from 11:15. Would we sell, or would we close? One contract of SOXL at a 20 strike, two contracts at a 25 strike, two more contracts at a 23 strike. My SCHD post-split options closed with no assignment. This one stings a little, Dutch Bros. I had a $35 covered call on it. I got 200 shares, and I sold one covered call on 100 of them, and they just blew out earnings. Well, they didn't really blow out earnings, but the market rewarded them bigly. Okay, so I lost out on a bunch of upside there, but my cost basis was around 27, so I made $800 on the stock plus the $200 on the call, so made $1,000 there. Not going to complain. I still have 100 shares, and I probably will not be selling shares or calls on Dutch Bros in my. It's one of them kind of forever stocks that I want to own. Cracker Barrel had a 40 strike on it that closed worthless. Let's skip that one for now. Advanced Auto Parts, that one expired worthless, and then Grocery Outlet expired worthless. So all in all, for the week, we had premium expiring of $1,240.52. The one concern that I was going to say, is TAN. Now, I wrote on here assigned. I'm not positive I'm going to be assigned on that, because if we look, let's refresh this just to be sure. Yep, I'm probably going to be assigned on it. After hours, it's at 34.65. I had a 35 strike. I'm way more concerned about this ETF than I am with SOXL. We'll go over it, and it's really chart-wise. So basically, if I'm being assigned this TAN at $35, and I got rid of bros at 35 bucks. So I'm basically just swapping. I'm taking the 35 bucks, $3,500 that I'm getting from selling bros, and I'm putting it into tan. I really don't like that setup, to be honest with you. I was trying to roll the 35 put out, but I was driving, and I'm not a big fan of using technology and driving. I put it in a limit order to roll it, and it didn't fill. So I'm probably going to get assigned on tan. Let's take a look at it though. Chart wise, it's ugly. It's very ugly. We got to go way back to find a support level, way back to 2020, and that support level is going to be down here, in the mid 20s or below. So I'm not liking the setup. Hopefully I can get a bounce, and I don't even think I'd sell a covered call. If we get a bounce on Monday, which we might, I'd probably just sell the stock. Okay. I don't want to play around with tan and the potential downside that it has, especially compared to SOXL. To me, the downside isn't as huge. 23, maybe $20 is the long term, base of it. Of course, you can go back 5 years or more with SOXL, and they were selling for a lot cheaper. So anything can happen. But technically, chart speaking, I'm way more comfortable with SOXL now. Someone had a question about support and resistance. Basically, what support represents is kind of a line in the sand. Okay, that's where people will come in and buy. Okay, those are like price targets. Okay, if it hits that level of support, I'm going to go in and buy. And the opposite is true for resistance. So whenever a stock hits up against resistance, that typically means people are looking to take some profit. Okay, so that's why you'll see them hit resistance and then bounce down or kind of languish at those levels. And the same way with the support. It gets down to that spot, and if there's enough buyers, then it kind of supports it at that level, if that makes sense. So all that. What did I sell? Well, I sold a bunch more SOXL this week. I started off on Monday when SOXL was trading around 32, and I sold out to December 20th a 25 strike, actually 3 25 strikes, and I got 121 a piece, so $361 collected there. New Fortress Energy, I own a couple hundred shares. I sold a couple calls, $10 strike above my cost basis. Collected $140 for both of those. Kellogg, this is what happens when I have a day off. I chase stuff. And I wouldn't mind owning Kellogg. Went out to December 20th, got a 1750 strike, collected $70 for that. And then another SOXL, we went down to 23, sold one contract there, collected $110. And then today, when SOXL was in the low 26s, I started building out January. Yes, January 17th, 2025 expiration. Went down to the 19 strike, so below any long-term support levels. Collected $113 for each contract. Did 4 contracts there, so that's what it did. Let's go ahead, look at premium cooking. I do have one more, or is it 2 more, SOXLs that are coming off this next week. Yep, next week. They're at the 26 strike, so right here at support. We'll see if they hold up. Got a week left. There's $249 of that cooking. In December, I'm basically done building out December. I got $1,830 of premium cooking expiring on December 20th. And then those are the January, those 4 SOXLs I just sold. So $450 for January. So quick overview. Things are getting better. The past 3 months, obviously. Plus, I'm paying more attention. SOXL is in my wheelhouse again, and it hasn't been for a long time, as you can see. I'm the type of trader that I don't like to chase anything like that Kellogg thing. I chased it, But when if XOXL were to run up, say to 50, $60 like it was earlier in the year, up in here, I will not touch it with a 10-foot pole. Okay. I wait till it comes down and starts hitting some of these support levels. And that's when I get back into SOXL. I'm okay with not making money, not doing options on it. But when it's there, it's good. Okay. So for November, I got $1,435 of premium done, collected off the books. And I got 250 more coming next week. And then December, ain't got nothing there yet. So what else? Is that all I got? I think that's all I got. But yeah, 10, I'm hoping I can get out of that. Looks like I'm going to be assigned. Let's refresh it one more time and look at the after hours. And yeah, I'm going to be assigned on that more than likely. But my cost basis is going to be 34. So I'm still okay. I typically don't like using the premium to offset my cost basis, but sometimes it makes you feel better mentally. And then SOXL again, I imagine we're going to have a bounce here. It's up slightly after hours, and I think we're going to trade a little sideways here for a few days. Hopefully long enough to get my $26 strike off the books. So that's it. Right now I got my notional is 46,800. That is, if every contract were assigned to me, that's how much money I would need, how much cash I would need. Other than that, I'm good. If you got any questions, leave them down below. If you'd like to connect, there's a link tree down there. One other thing. If you are an Amazon shopper, you appreciate my videos, and you're an Amazon shopper, click the link below that says my Amazon link. If you click it and you just do your normal shopping, Amazon sends me a few pennies, literally a few pennies, off your sale. It doesn't cost you any extra, nothing. You just click it, shop like you normally do, bookmark it, and a couple of people have done that. And it adds up to pennies. But I get 20 to $30 a month off of that. Pennies adds up to dollars, and I definitely appreciate it. So hope you guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week, and we'll see how SOXL is doing. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye. I am not a financial advisor. The information contained in this video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. It is not intended to be investment advice. Please seek a licensed professional for any investment, tax, or legal advice. Thank you.